CBS NFL insider Josina Anderson will be joining Undisputed on FS1 on their first show back on a 2-month hiatus on Monday. Host Skip Bayless announced to the world that Josina Anderson will be joining the growing list of featured debaters and guests on the show for the football season. Anderson will continue to serve her NFL insider role with CBS Sports HQ. She joined CBS Sports back in 2021 after 9 years of working with the worldwide leader of sports, ESPN. Josina Anderson has become the second female voice to join FS1 show. Rachel Nichols, one of Anderson's former colleagues that worked over there at ESPN, is also going to be joining on Undisputed. The specifics of Josina Anderson's role on the show at this point remains unclear, but she will be joining the Undisputed show, and that continue to try to find its footing after Shannon Sharpe exit earlier this year forced a total overhaul. So basically, Josina Anderson is going to be joining the growing list over there at Undisputed. I think it's a good thing. Now, she might be similar to what they're going to be doing with Rachel Nichols. Have some NFL pieces that when they're out on remote, and they'll bring the pieces to the Undisputed show, and they'll talk about it, and then they'll talk about whatever piece Josina Anderson has with whatever NFL player that she's interviewing. And maybe she'll have also a role as far as debating. If you've been noticing, it's almost, this is Friday, and you've been noticing Monday and Tuesday, they had, all four of them there. Skip Bayless, Michael Irvin, Richard Sherman, as well as Keyshawn Johnson. But as the days move on during the week, you start seeing them having a 3-man group. And just earlier this morning, it was a 2-man group with Keyshawn and Skip Bayless. So I feel like later in the week, you may see Rachel Nichols. You also may see Josina Anderson, or you may see a combination of both of them. So I think this is good. This is good television for Fox Sports 1. I also feel like, having additional voices from a different perspective, particularly with females. I think this is going to be very positive for female audiences that is interested in Undisputed, or maybe, really didn't watch Undisputed. Now it'll give them a reason to watch them because Josina Anderson and Rachel Nichols. I'm not trying to be sexist or anything, but Josina Anderson, she looks fine. So, very attractive. So the young male audience will also pay attention to Undisputed when they have Josina Anderson or Rachel Nichols later on in the week. And like I said, they can also be doing additional work for Undisputed. They can possibly have some pieces on remote, interviewing, having a one-on-one interview with whatever NFL player. That's a possibility. So, yeah, I think this is very, very good for FS1 and Undisputed. I know a lot of people have issues with Fox Sports 1's new casting. People still are unwilling to let go of the fact that Shannon Sharpe is no longer with Undisputed. But, if you can be clearly objective, okay, I think what they have done this week has been, heads and toes solid. I don't think they lost their demographic. I don't have the actual ratings in front of me. I'm pretty sure we'll get the first week ratings sometime next week. I don't think if they are low, they're not too low. And I think they're pretty much at its regular pace when they had Shannon Sharp. And remember, folks, a lot of people seem to not, or have selective amnesia. When Undisputed first started 8 years ago, it was supposed to be the First Take killer because they had Skip Bayless from First Take now joining FS1, and they had Shannon Sharp, and this was going to be the quote unquote combination that would dethrone First Take. Now they did make First Take and Stephen A. Smith, change it up a little bit. They got rid of Max Kellerman, but even when they had Max Kellerman, Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless couldn't dethrone them, all right? And when Stephen A. Smith went into every day, he would debate a different host. The First Take numbers are through the roof. And Stephen A. Smith, I know a lot of people seem to forget this, but, Skip Bayless, coined that playbook. And Stephen A. Smith went into the archives of old First Take, Cold Pizza, and they would have a different host each and every day that they can debate the two live stews. I remember those earlier days of Cold Pizza and First Take. And that was the playbook of Skip Bayless. Stephen A. Smith stole a couple of plays from that. And now Skip Bayless is dusting off the old playbook, saying, hey, if it worked at Cold Pizza, and it also worked when First Take was blowing up in that era, why not try to reduplicate magic and bring it to FS1, to his show Undisputed? So yes, Josina Anderson is going to be someone of importance for them, and we'll just have to wait and see how it translate as far as them debating, or like I said, they might do some powder puff pieces where she goes on remote and do a one-on-one interview, and then she and Skip Bayless or Keyshawn Johnson or maybe the whole group debates about the interview or talk about the interview, whatever. So yes, we're gonna have to wait and see how this translates. But guys, tell me what you think. Rate, comment, subscribe. I'm up out of here. Deuces.